Creed 3 continues the legacy of the earlier Rocky film series by following Adonis Creed, son of Apollo Creed, in a new chapter where he faces off against a formidable opponent with high stakes. In this video, we'll look at how the film creates compelling character arcs as seen in the main protagonist, Adonis Creed, and the main antagonist, Damian Anderson. Per usual, there will be spoilers to the story of Creed 3, so I recommend watching the film before proceeding further. As a general story overview, this third film in the Creed series picks up 3 years after the main protagonist, Adonis Creed, has retired from professional boxing as the heavyweight champion of the world. He's now managing his own gym, training a new generation of boxers, and enjoying life as a family man with his music producer wife and his energetic daughter. But his life is turned upside down when a ghost from his past reemerges. His childhood friend, Dame Anderson, returns to Los Angeles after being incarcerated for 18 years. Damian and Adonis have a long history, where the older Damian protected Adonis while they were in a group home for kids. Later on, Damian took the fall when Adonis fights a former abusive group home employee outside a liquor store. Police show up, Damian gets arrested with a gun in hand, and Adonis flees the scene. So in present day, when Damian shows up at Adonis's gym, the two longtime friends have a lot of catching up and unfinished business. Damian plays on Adonis's guilt and works his way into getting a title shot against the reigning heavyweight champion, Felix Chavez, who also is the star of Adonis's gym. When Damian brutally defeats Felix in a title match and becomes the new champion, Adonis eventually discovers that Damian has been playing him with a scam, having orchestrated some dirty deeds that led to the title match. The film pits Adonis and Damian in a final match where both men are confronting their unfinished business and inner demons in the ring. When looking at how the film writes compelling character arcs, we can see that tying the protagonist arc closely with the antagonist arc is an effective technique. Damian is an aggressive force in Adonis's world, pushing him to confront ugly truths about himself. The film demonstrates how an effective villain or antagonist can be used. Put pressure on the hero, forcing him out of his comfort zone, and get him to confront character flaws that no one else is bringing up. For Adonis, Damian is the only person in his life who is exposing his cowardly side, and how in a moment of weakness, Adonis was unable to be there for his closest friend. Damian is able to compromise Adonis because Adonis feels guilty for abandoning his childhood friend. Deep down inside, Adonis feels responsible for Damian going to jail, and it doesn't help that Damian constantly casts doubt on Adonis' psyche, making Adonis feel inadequate, and that Adonis is living the life that Damian should have lived. Damian gets Adonis to believe in a lie, that Adonis doesn't deserve the life that he is living, and that he is a fraud. For most of the film, Adonis struggles with getting out of this lie. To set up these character arcs, we can also examine the core needs or series objectives for Adonis and Damian. For Adonis, his core need is to make amends with his past sins, to get rid of this guilt for feeling responsible for Damian going to jail. This drives a lot of Adonis's actions in bringing Damian into his gym, and also setting up the title shot between Felix Chavez and Damian. This core need shifts a little after Damian becomes champion. Adonis realizes that he has to take responsibility for his past mistakes, and the only way to do this with Damian is to defeat him in the ring. Previously, Adonis tried to get rid of this guilt by welcoming Damian into his life, but this is unsuccessful because it feeds Damian's core need and anger. For Damian, his core need is to aggressively seize what he feels he is owed in life, including the champion title and everything associated with that life of success. Fueled by his anger toward Adonis, Damian feels betrayed by his surrogate younger brother when Adonis fled the crime scene years ago at the liquor store. So Damian is uncompromising in his take-no-prisoners approach to seizing the successful life he feels he deserves. Damian also refuses to see Adonis as his own man, believing that Adonis is weak and dependent on him. This belief plays into the resolution of Damian's arc. With a strong core need, Damian keeps putting pressure on Adonis as the scenes unfold in the film. Adonis is often forced to react to Damian's actions, revealing Adonis's weakness, which is an unwillingness to let go of his past guilt, and a hesitation to open up to his wife Bianca about it. For Adonis, his struggle in this film is emotional. He's not ready to face off against Damian until he gets his heart right. He needs to be willing to open up vulnerably to his wife about how he was hurt in the group home, because this is unresolved anger and pain that has no outlet. Adonis learns that he has to fight for his family by letting his past wounds heal through confession and vulnerable sharing of his emotions. So for Adonis, his character arc could be outlined in a few stages, starting with trying to make amends, to confronting his inner demons, to taking responsibility for his past. For Damian, his character arc goes from pursuing the championship title to seeking to destroy his friend Adonis, to accepting his own defeat, and that Adonis is his own man now. This end for Damian is a reversal of how he previously saw Adonis as weak and dependent on him. The film effectively uses Damian as an antagonistic force to mature Adonis' storyline as a man. At the film's end, Adonis is a better fighter, a better husband, and a better father coming through these struggles. So overall, Creed 3 effectively writes two strong character arcs by intertwining them closely together and pushing both the protagonist and the antagonist to resolutions that leave them in different mental and emotional places in the end. Each character arc cannot work without the other, making for solid, compelling storytelling.